Johnny, are you just going to get stuck into the Americans again? No, Johnny, we're professional journalists here. At the Ask Johnny channel, we don't engage in that sort of shit. So, yeah, right. Now you could view this as an educational documentary, Johnny. An educational documentary that's just letting people know, all right, what are they doing this time? Letting people know how many military bases the US actually has out there in the wide world. In military bases, huh? Well, they've probably got half a dozen around the world. What of it? Why, I hear you ask, Johnny, and why I hear the millions of viewers out there who watch us. Why does the US have so many bloody military bases?
So, Johnny, what?
That's a bloody good question, Johnny. Of course! Of course! I think it's got to do with something like world domination.
If you ask the US military how many bases they have overseas, you won't really get an answer. They don't make it all too hard to find out about the larger ones: Ramstein Air Base in Germany, Thule Air Base in Greenland, Camp Hansen in Japan. These all show up on the closest thing to an official catalog of the US military's real estate there is, the annual Department of Defense Base Structure Report. According to this document, the American military has some 514 sites outside of its borders.
How many?
Military has some 514 sites outside of its borders, but there are some noticeable omissions to this list. For example, the US has a rather secretive drone base in central Niger. However, according to this list, it doesn't exist. The US has more than 10 sites in Syria. However, according to this list, they don't exist. The US has a satellite surveillance facility in Australia's Northern Territory, so well known, in fact, that it has a whole fictional TV show based on it, but according to this list, it doesn't exist.
You don't like rock and roll, you little hound dog, you ran up and left me, you found someone new. I wanna be a little girl.
So, Johnny, what are the bloody... are they trying to take over the world?
No, I didn't know that Congress was shocked by that.
They were shocked by how many troops were in Africa. They did not know.
They don't watch the Jimmy Dore show, because if they did, they would see this. They would see all the military bases in Africa.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at them all. Oh my God. Look at all of them. Jesus H. effing.
Well,
Yeah, the Americans, over the last 100 years or so, the Americans have probably been the biggest terrorist organisation the world has ever seen. Zip that. I mean, they go around invading countries and just fucking doing whatever they want to do. But because it's the US, everyone thinks, well, that's all right. They must be okay. But in actual fact,
So you remember when Trump said this? They asked him, "Hey, why are you leaving troops in Syria?" And this is what he said.
We're keeping the oil. We have the oil. The oil is secure. We left troops behind only for the oil.
holy shit!
That's why they hate him, ladies and gentlemen, because he tells a truth like that every once in a while. They don't hate him because he's lying in Washington. They hate him because he every once in a while tells the truth.
But in actual fact, Johnny, it's no wonder that many countries out there actually hate the Americans fucking... Yeah, hate their guts. I mean, the Middle East, there's been all sorts of trouble over there. Well, I mean, if the US comes into your country and sort of takes over and bombs the living shit out of you for years... Yeah, well, that doesn't tend to bloody endear them to the particular people they're bombing the shit out of. Right. Yeah. So there you go, Johnny. An informative documentary informing the millions of viewers out there of the Ask Johnny channel, informing everyone just how many military bases the US has around the world. I don't know whether that's a bloody healthy attitude to have, actually.